welcome to the City Council. I will lead the prayer and the pledge, and then we'll go into our ceremony. For those who'd like to participate, please do so. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking you to strengthen our city, strengthen the leaders, strengthen the workers, and strengthen the residents. Father, we ask that you give us clarity and understanding tonight in this meeting so that we walk away not confused, but understanding what our task is at hand. Father, we know that you're able. We say these in the mighty name of Jesus, and we all say amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Councilmember Young.
Here.
Councilmember Seals.
Present.
Councilmember Balls.
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Yes.
Councilmember Ostash.
Present.
Councilmember Braddock.
Present.
Councilmember Wiggins.
Present.
Councilmember Hammond.
Present.
And Mayor Moore.
Present.
You have all members present.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome everyone to our nice city council meeting. It will be shown on our webpage as well as on, what is it? No, it'll be on the TV as well as on our page, on social media. I ask that everyone, especially my colleagues, put your phones on silent, as well as your iPads. Audience, if I can ask you to do the same thing, it is so disruptive when the phone rings. I know I've been guilty, so you don't have to remind me. This is a public meeting. We ask that you don't boo, clap, any obnoxious behavior. This is a meeting that is being recorded, so please govern yourself accordingly. Madam Clerk, do we have any announcements?
Yes, Mayor, we have one. This is the last week for yard waste collection. If you have any left, please place them in a paper yard waste bag or a marked bin and place at the curb for collection. We have a proclamation on the agenda tonight. It's recognizing December 1st, 2025 as World AIDS Day.
Do we have a representative? Do we have a representative? Please come to the podium while they read the proclamation to you, sir and ma'am.
Okay, good evening. City of Saginaw proclamation, whereas World AIDS Day takes place on the 1st of December each year, it's opportunity for people worldwide to unite in the fight against HIV, to show support for people living with and affected by HIV, and to remember those who lost their lives to AIDS. And whereas this year's World AIDS Day theme, Overcoming Disruption, Transforming the AIDS Response, highlights the challenges such as funding cuts while celebrating the resilience of communities working to eradicate HIV/AIDS by 2030. It also marks the 37th anniversary of this observance, and whereas over the past 37 years, there has been significant progress in addressing HIV/AIDS thanks to advancements in medical research, increased access to treatment and prevention, and a broader understanding of the virus. And whereas we have seen countless examples how community activism and solidarity have once again been paramount in providing people affected by HIV with information, services, social protection, and hope. On World AIDS Day, we remind that no challenge can defeat the underlying American spirit. Together, we will continue to make progress in our efforts to fight a cure for HIV/AIDS and to ensure that all Americans live healthier and happier lives. And whereas we are grateful for organizations like Great Lakes Bay Health Centers that offer prevention, treatment, and counseling for HIV. This includes medical care and on-site laboratory, medication, insurance, testing, transportation assistance, and other supportive services. We thank them for all their commitment to support those living with and affected by HIV and AIDS. Now therefore be it resolved, I, Brenda F. Moore, Mayor of the City of Saginaw, do hereby proclaim December 1st, 2025 as World AIDS Day in the City of Saginaw, and urge all residents of our community to join me in appropriate activities to remember those who have lost their lives to AIDS and to provide support and compassion for those living with HIV. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Saginaw to be affixed this first day of December, in the year of our Lord, 2025. Signed by Brenda F. Moore, Mayor of Saginaw, Council Members Priscilla Garcia, Mayor Pro Tem, Councilman Michael D. Balls, Councilman Eric D. Braddock, Senior, Councilwoman Carly Rose Hammond, Councilman Bill Ostash, Councilwoman Jacinta Seals, Councilwoman Heidi G. Wiggins, and Councilman Tobias Young, and also by our City Manager, Tim Morales.
Shay, raise your hand. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, precious. Please have words.
I'm Angela Williams. I'm Senior Vice President at Great Lakes. And as you were reading the proclamation, what came to my mind is I was responsible for starting this program in 2006, where stigma in Saginaw was not embracing. And bringing a program such as what we have here to this community has made a significant impact on people living with HIV and AIDS who, before Great Lakes started this program, would have had to travel to Detroit for services. And what is remarkable throughout these years is the number of our patients who are still living as of first patients in our clinic in 2006. So thank you to the City Council, the county commissioners who have always supported our program, and you support the efforts of Great Lakes Bay Health Center. So thank you.
Thank you. You don't want to talk? Madam Clerk,
It takes us to public input.
the clerk will call you to the podium. Please speak loudly and clear enough so that we can understand you. No booing, obnoxious behavior, please. Madam Clerk.
Our first speaker is Stephanie Curtis.
Good evening, council members. Thank you for letting me come.
You talk louder than that.
I can talk louder than
I
that.
know, when you with the kids.
I am the current Director of Operations with the Boys and Girls Club of the Great Lakes Bay region. I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity and provide the City Council and the city with an update on what we've been up to as far as the Boys and Girls Club. Each of you did get a packet tonight with the location of our clubs in our current school year and an Isabella Bank current competition that we are in. But I wanted to highlight a few of our key initiatives currently. We are currently serving across all of our clubs in the region 400 youth daily, and during the summer 500, with about 200 being here in the city of Saginaw. We're excited about the opportunity before you this evening regarding the Adopt a Park application for Crayola Park. Our members and staff and volunteers are super excited about taking an active role in maintaining the park and supporting the beautification efforts and ensuring it remains a safe and welcoming space for youth and families in our community. Second, we want to continue to deepen our presence in engaging with community events across Saginaw, whether it's neighborhood gatherings or school partnerships and city-sponsored celebrations. Our goal is to show up consistently and strengthen our relationships and ensure families know that the Boys and Girls Club is here for a resource and to be a partner. Third, we recently met with Cassie and Jamie regarding a little library that's located near the splash pad. Our team is already making plans to keep it stocked with their donated books and have it maintained for our club members and city members as well. So we are excited about the encouragement for literacy, sharing, the neighborhood connection, and appreciate that opportunity within the community. And fourth, our biggest project, one we're super and incredibly proud of, is the development of our teen center here in Saginaw. We are advancing our current capital campaign to couple with the ARPA funding award, and that momentum is super strong right now. So the center will provide teens with a safe place, featuring leadership development, academic support, career exploration, workforce readiness, and mental wellness programming. So it represents a major investment for the city of Saginaw and the future of our children. And finally, I want to extend a personal invitation to anyone at the meeting. If you would like to tour our current club, please feel free to reach out. We have a newly renovated STEM room on our Fordney Street club, and it offers a lot of hands-on robotics, coding, and a 300-gallon fish tank. So it's very amazing. But thank you for your continued partnership and commitment to the young people in Saginaw.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Miguel Torres.
How you doing? My name is Miguel Torres, and I have a nonprofit organization called Fiesta Que Onda, and we do annual events in the community. We do 2 big events, one for Hispanic Heritage Month, which is the 3rd week in September. It's a 3-day event. Then also we just started another one 4 years ago at the SVRC for Cinco de Mayo on May 5th of every year. And the purpose of our organization is to promote music, culture, and arts, and promote up-and-coming artists in the Latino community and anybody that wants to get their name out there in music. And so we provide the platform at these 2 events every year. And we're looking for, and also I do a publication called Que Onda, which I left some copies with the city clerk. So that comes out every month in the community, and it's a free publication that promotes the community, businesses, and also events and other things going on in the community. So you can look for that every month. But basically the reason why I'm coming here is because we do these 2 events in the city, and we're looking to partner with the city council or any businesses that want to participate in these 2 events that we do for Hispanic Heritage Month and Cinco de Mayo. So if there's any funding out there, we're always, if you could let us know, and like to know how we can apply for that, for funding, because these events are free for the community. So, we just want to make sure, we just want to keep these events in the city and keep our community with some, keep positive things in our community. We want to keep it here in the city. So, so that's pretty much it right there for me. Anybody?
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right, thank you.
I'm sorry, we don't answer back. We just listen.
Our next speaker is Melanie Velasco.
Hi, my name is Melanie Velasco. Ms. Moore said that these pictures might be incriminating to Saginaw. I'm so sorry. But I took many pictures of some crazy things I've seen. Cars and vehicles parked on grass where it's just a pick and choose who gets a ticket. On one of the meetings I came on the way here, one of those lovely road construction bullcrap was right there on the bridge, right on the ground, right on the road. So you got like 13 of that lovely. They was able to, when the wind is blowing and there's an accident, all that stuff needs to get cleaned up. There's a pictures of here of a good place where you could get the homeless from freezing to death out there, and the crackheads and the meth addicts from wandering around. Here's a sidewalk all banged all up, trip and swallow possibly. Okay, you got, and then if people are gonna cut their grass, can they put their rubbish like in bags so that it don't clog the drain and flood the waters? Here's those AT&T bullshit things, excuse me, again. Well, anyway, you got 13 copies of this silly nonsense stuff that, I've lived in Montrose, and I've lived in St. Charles, and I've lived in Chesaning. I came back, family's here, they're dying, not because of Saginaw's corrupt, but who do I give this to? I'm gonna probably leave, as soon as I get all the education I can leave, I'm gonna leave Saginaw, because if I can't make it better, and these pictures in Saginaw don't start looking good, people are coming here now and they want to see it cleaned up, and it's looking like, who do I give these to?
Clerk,
Who?
right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. All right. So if Saginaw don't get cleaned up, I'm out of here, and y'all might miss me. But you might, I don't know if you will, but anyway, yeah, that's what I feel. Yeah, but I love y'all.
Thank you.
She's the most gorgeous, she should be a lawyer. Well, the rest of you guys, you could be her backup helpers. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Mike Thompson.
Hello all. I'm Mike Thompson and my family lives on North Fayette Street. And my topic tonight is citizen involvement with a proposal that hopefully might improve how you communicate with the public. So I'm not giving my opinion on the tax caps or anything else, ARPA or anything else. Just from my experience, I think it would help if you did this. The proposal is on a trial basis that you start at 5 o'clock and you have a committee of the whole until 6 and then take a break and then have your business meeting at 6:30. The committee of the whole, of course, would be an hour-long discussion on a specific topic where you don't take any action at the committee of the whole and you do not have to have a quorum. It's your chance to plan and dialogue, and I'm seeing an absence of that happening, which is why I'm suggesting that you try this. For example, one committee of the whole might be the property tax caps, of course. One week you might have the county land bank. You might really need to talk to the land bank, from what I've been hearing. And another one would be the consortium of emergency assistance providers, or your own DDA or your own scenic. Give each group some time, not just 5-minute presentation, and then have a good discussion. You might say that's what you do at your annual January planning sessions, which this year will be January 23rd, I believe. But it's different if you do it every 2 weeks and be consistent with it instead of just doing it once a year. Then you have ongoing planning. It would not just be for idle talk. An example of a committee of the whole in 1984 that I observed was about how to bridge the east-west gap. 1984, that was kind of bigger. And from that committee of the whole, you ended up converting this old locker room into the Anderson Center. You wouldn't be here right now if you didn't have that kind of discussion going on. So that is why I am encouraging you, maybe start on December 15th with the property tax caps instead of waiting until your planning session late in January. Maybe come in 2 weeks and have a committee of the whole on that and get started before the new year ends. It's just a proposal for how to do business. Again, I'm not giving my opinion, except I think you should put both the property tax caps and the income tax on the ballot next spring, because I'd like to see what you would do with the general fund that's about 10% higher than you have now. Thank you for listening.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Serenity Silak.
Hello, Councilman. I am here to announce to you that I am running for Senate District 35. There are 6 of us, so I might not have been the first one here, but I hope I'm the most memorable and for all the right reasons. So I'm running on making life more affordable for working families. We need to lower healthcare costs. We need to support our working parents. We need to push forward legislation that gets us closer to a single-payer healthcare system. We need to expand our existing child care programs with the goal of universal child care. And we need to protect the principles of democracy, dignity, and self-determination. If you'd like to have a word with me, if you have a question, I will be here till the end of the meeting and also for a few minutes after. I have some literature for the council members. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our final speaker is Jeff Plus.
Good evening, Council.
Good evening.
I really agree with this one lady here that was speaking previously, because I'm having the same problem. This morning, the snow plows came down my street. Instead of plowing snow, they were plowing leaves. I ended up with a whole bunch of pile of leaves in front of my house. Over the weekend, I picked up every leaf from my yard. I went out into the street and picked leaves up by hand in the street, cleaning the street up. And now I got all these leaves piled up in front of my house. And I took pictures if you guys would like to see how bad this looks. And I'm really upset. I contacted a lot of the city departments this morning about cleaning the mess up. And the only response I could get was to come here and talk to you people about it getting cleaned up. I went out there to do it myself. And I'm 75 years old, or 76 years old, I'm losing track. 76, and I thought I was having a heart attack. I couldn't continue with it much longer, so I had to quit. But it's a real mess. And almost the entire one driving lane in front of my house is just covered with leaves and branches, little branches though. But most of the cars have to drive around it. They don't even have a way to get through really unless they drive through those leaves. So. And I don't know if you guys can discuss anything that can be done about it. I'd like to know. That's what I'm here for. I'd like to find out whether something can be done. If one of you people could tell me, could possibly the city come and clean up the mess and then send my neighbor the bill for the leaves that he didn't want to rake up? Is that possible? Can I get an answer? No.
We really don't answer. But
Yeah, I know, I heard you say that earlier, right.
But we actually have a department head here who is probably gonna tap you on the shoulder as soon as you sit down to talk to you.
Okay, because I talked to environmental,
Okay.
and they said you're just stuck with the mess. That's what she said. So, now I do everything to keep my yard looking nice, and I can't believe the mess that it made. And it's all the leaves are in my, I shoveled a lot out of my easement, but there's still a lot in the street. And it doesn't look very Christmassy, if I can say that. It looks pretty bad.
We will make sure you get a response, sir.
Somebody will talk to me
I'm
here
sure.
in here?
I'm sure.
Okay, thanks.
I'm sure.
Thank you.
That takes us to remarks of council.
Thank you so much. Council persons, you now have 3 minutes as well. 3 minutes. Get everything you want to say in your 3 minutes. And tonight we will begin with Councilman Ostash.
Thanks, Mayor. Mr. Plus, I feel your frustration. I've had the same thing happen to me before. And then it froze and I couldn't take care of it. So our city staff will talk to you, and he probably tap you on the shoulder. So stuff does happen, and that's why we're glad that you come and bring it to our attention. Anything like that in the future, contact streets.
I did contact them.
Okay,
And
okay.
Then they had me talk to environmental, and then,
Okay.
and they're the ones that suggested I go to
Okay.
the city council meeting.
All right. Okay, they'll contact you.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. We did have a proclamation tonight, and I want to talk about that a little bit more. I want to thank Great Lakes Bay Health Centers and everything that you do in the community. They are just down the street from me on Hoyt Avenue. That's where a lot of these services are provided at the Hearth Home, which is now Great Lakes Bay Health. HIV prevention, I'd like to talk about that a little bit tonight. It is called PrEP, or pre-exposure prophylaxis. I'm not a doctor, but if they can help you with this as well, and also if this pill is taken, or there's actually a shot now, if it's taken, it's 99.7% effective against HIV if taken daily. So that is very important. Also, too, they can also help you with some other things. It's called DoxyPrep. And these are things that we probably don't talk about a lot in the community, but these are things that are available. What is DoxyPrep? DoxyPrep is something that if you think that you've been exposed to an STI or an STD, this is an antibiotic that can be taken the next day to prevent that. So those diseases are also things that they can help you deal with, give you information on. So I suggest you give them a call at 989-753-9011 if you're interested. Let me see here. Just a few other things that went on over the last couple weeks. I had the opportunity with our mayor and Mayor Pro Tem We went to the Eastside Soup Kitchen for their Thanksgiving Day meal. It was a wonderful event. There's a lot of donations that you can take there too, so they're always looking for clothing or toiletries or undergarments. But I want to thank Diane Keenan and the entire staff at the Eastside Soup Kitchen for everything that you do every day for the community, not just on the holidays. Also, we did have some fun, so we had the Christmas parade. It was a nice day. The sun was shining, so it wasn't too cold. But thanks to city staff like Rachel Hazeska, who sets that up for us, and also a special thanks to Bill Georges, the owner of Mike's Record, for always providing the flatbed. And this year, again, had it wonderfully decorated with Christmas trees and such like that. Anybody who's interested, there's something else that's coming up. The County Parks is going to be having a Santa's Holiday Hike. That'll be Friday, this coming Friday, on the 5th, from 5 to 6:30. Looks like here Santa's going to be there, along with lots of food, snacks, and hot cocoa. And I am done. Thanks.
Thank you. Next, we have Councilman Braddock.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just real quick, I don't have much to say. I'll just say, as far as the Hispanic story, as far as the Hispanic heritage, you know, I live downtown, so I really enjoyed the Hispanic heritage festivals that they have there. I'll be looking forward to the food trucks. I think I done hit all of them so far. So, you know, I'll be looking forward to it. And the music be, I mean, they be all the way to about like 9:30, 10 o'clock. They be out there jamming. So, I really would like to see that stay in our city as well. But as far as that, though, I'd just like to, you know, say that, you know, I appreciate all the people that's putting in the good work in our city, and let's continue to highlight and get behind those people. But other than that, that's all I have.
Thank you. Thank you. Next, we have Councilwoman Wiggins.
Thank you, Mayor Moore. Thank you to all the public speakers today. Appreciate your input. We love hearing from our community, and thank you for giving back to the community, letting us know what you need, because that's why we're here. Just a couple of announcements. There is another citywide collective food distribution that's going to happen on the 6th, no, the 4th, yes, Thursday the 4th at Mount Olive, which is located on 6th Avenue, North 6th Avenue in Saginaw, and that's going to be from 11 to 1 p.m. If you know anybody that has food insecurity, lives in the city of Saginaw, they can come there. It's going to be like a drive-through setup, and I'm sure, like our last one we had, there were also walk-ups because not everyone has a vehicle. So that's from 11 to 1, and that's on the 4th. The NABE, a place that does a lot for the community on Russell Street here in Saginaw, they're going to have pancakes and story time with Santa and the elves, and that's going to be on Saturday, 12/6, from 11 to 1 p.m. I was able to go last year, and it was a good time. It was just a fun time with the community. Got to see a bunch of cute kids and have pancakes, and it was a really jazzy Santa. He was a really cool dude. So it was really nice to do that. They also have a pantry pickup. I believe it's the 3rd Thursday of this month. So again, if you have food insecurity, that's going to be on the 3rd Thursday of this month, and you can get information by contacting the NABE. In general, like I did get to volunteer at the soup kitchen. It was a week or so before Thanksgiving. It was a group of a lot of good businesses. Volunteers were there. Got to take my daughter, and I appreciate everyone that volunteers there on a daily basis. I do encourage, like, there are a lot of volunteers around the holidays. If you can contact, and if you're interested in volunteering, ask them what their light volunteer days are, because there's always a need. So there's millions of ways to get involved. A lot of people doing great things in this community. Just reach out, try to find something to give back. So thank you for everyone that does. That's all I have.
Thank you. Next, we have Councilwoman Henry.
Thank you. To Mr. Plus, I apologize. So if you want to reach out in the future to council and you have pictures or something to send, the best way to do that is we have a form on the website. You can't attach a picture, but when you fill out the form, send it to all council members. We can respond, and you get our individual emails. The one thing I will say is that our spam filter auto blocks like large files. So if you try to send too many, it won't work. So in the future, we'll have a back and forth if that's something that you need to transfer a digital file. So the other thing I wanted to mention is to Mr. Thompson on the citizen engagement proposal. I think that's a fantastic idea. I also agree that we don't get enough opportunity to kind of go topic by topic and engage our community stakeholders in an open environment where people can come and speak, where we can inform each other as council members and kind of take that time to delve into the issues most at hand. Kind of like single subject meetings, but committee of the whole meetings. So I'll follow up with my fellow council members, because I think maybe not that particular format at that particular time or that often, but I agree that there needs to be some other opportunity for essentially deep diving and open discussion on topics, rather than, needing a motion and maybe it's brought up under miscellaneous business and then it's rushed because it's at the end of the meeting. I agree. I think there should be more opportunity for engagement. The last thing I wanted to mention is, for those in the community who have been following the federal budget fight, obviously a lot of that affects nonprofits, organizations, our own community here in Saginaw, and it's far from over. There are large programmatic changes, particularly to HUD, the Department of Housing and Urban Development, that I've been following, that are very, very scary. They have a lot of implications for housing and lack of housing, potentially aggravating our issue of homelessness here in the city. So stay alert, pay attention, contact your representatives if you feel so inclined, because there are potentially major changes that could impact our community, and some changes that with those programs and with that funding, if you cut a program by 60 or 70%, you have to cut staff, you don't get that back. That's toothpaste you can't really put back in the tube. So I'd urge people to, inform yourself on those programs, on those topics, and where in your community those organizations are having these conversations and where we're going to need folks to come together in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Councilman Young.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to first start with last week I did a ride-along with the police department, and that was very informative to see how their technical systems tie in with the laptops, the radios, the camera systems, and then also to hear a call come in to see how it's dispatched out, how they respond, and how they report it. So that was very informative. I'd also like to mention that not this Saturday, but next Saturday, there will be a local developers meeting at 2040 James, and this is where the neighborhood services and inspection department, so that's the zoning, the inspections, everyone will be there. And I'm calling out to a lot of the landlords, local developers, and anybody who's interested in acquiring properties. Sometimes it could be intimidating to get a vacant property or a vacant piece of land. And there's a lot of people in the community who want to do that, but it's an intimidating process. So to make it less intimidating, this has been an initiative of mine that I'd like to thank the staff for getting behind. And this also ties into a lot of the ordinance changes to make it more development friendly for the local developers to just acquire properties and develop them and not be so intimidating. So if you have any questions, or they'll also put out information for existing landlords who maybe want to upgrade their housing, because there are state and federal funds to upgrade the HVAC units, the roofs, windows, things like that. So you'll have all this information in one place. So if you're interested in getting properties and developing, a lot of businesses come from housing, for daycares, AFC homes, and they have different requirements and inspections that the city may require. So you have your opportunity to get all that information in one place. And my hope is that it will spur some local development, so that residents will start grabbing these empty lots and getting the vacant properties, and it's a partnership with the city. They're here to help you get your businesses open. So that's my hopes of that. So that'll be next Saturday, December 13th from 11 a.m. to 12:30, and that'll be at 2040 James. So I'll be putting that information out again, but it'll happen before we have another council meeting, so I feel like it was important to put that out right now. So that's all I have.
Thank you. Next, we have Councilwoman Sheila.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I attended an event with the mayor. It was a couple of weeks ago. We were here at the Anderson Center. It was with the gingerbread houses, and it was a great event. And it was a lot of kids and a lot of families. It's the weekend right before Thanksgiving. And I don't know who the winner was that actually won the actual event that had the best gingerbread houses, but I know a lot of parents had to pop a lot of kids' hands because the kids wanted to eat all the candy. But gingerbread houses were beautiful. It was so many people out that weekend before Thanksgiving, just to see the city of Saginaw residents out and about here at the Anderson, over in Old Town Saginaw. Saginaw was bustling. It was a beautiful night. It was pretty chilly, but just to see people out and about in Saginaw was a beautiful thing. I don't know if we had any incidents, but I didn't hear about anything, and I live over here in the neighborhood, and it was a beautiful evening just to see Saginaw for 2 nights, have a great time for this, just in the spirit of the holidays. I enjoyed myself, and it was just, we had a great time. We gave out a lot of, it wasn't really candy. I think we just gave out, yeah, okay, she called it swag, but it was, yeah, it was Saginaw swag. So people were excited to get it, but I think they were more interested in the gingerbread houses. But it was a great thing to see. Also the parade was pretty cool to be a part of that with the council members, Mayor Pro Tem and Bill and Heidi. We also had a great time during that parade. We gave out a lot of candy. It was a lot of people out there at the parade. I think from last year, that was my first parade, so this is my second parade this year. And I think that the parade this year was much bigger than the one last year, so we had a lot of people out this year. So it was great to see people coming out to the parade. So I think this year it was just more people coming out in Saginaw, just participating in the events. So I was happy to see Saginaw coming out to participate, seeing the kids out. I think we're on the up and up, guys. We're on the up and up. And seeing Saginaw out and about, and it wasn't anything negative. It was all positivity and in the spirit of the holidays. So that made me happy. I want to encourage people to, a lot of people still saying there's nothing to do, but people were out and doing things. There are a lot of, this is an artifact right here, and I'm not for sure where exactly we get these. So are we getting these from the city? These are at City Hall? So they pick these up in the Anderson. So pick these up. These have a lot of information in them. So make sure you get this, and you can find out where we're having all the events in Saginaw.
Next, we have Councilman Balls.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I don't have a lot to say today, but I would like to thank the lady from the Boys and Girls Club for coming speaking. Frederick Douglass once said, "It's easier to build strong children than repair broken men." And our community centers here in the city of Saginaw is charged with trying to help build strong children. We had the opportunity to put some of the ARPA money into the community centers. All the community centers was actually closed when the ARPA money got here. It was my bucket, me and some other council people, and we chose to put money in the community centers because we know it's easier to build stronger children than it is to repair those broken men. And that's my passion too, by being in the Big Brothers and Sisters program. I see a lot of kids don't have any parents, fathers at home, and you can see what way they're going to end up if somebody don't mentor these kids. So I want to commend the Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers and Sisters program for doing what you do. Thank you so much. It would be nice to have statistics of all the kids that come to the community centers to find out where they at 10, 15, 20 years later. You know, we don't, you know, sometimes people think they pour in the kids and it don't work or something like that, but this way we can know what happened. I guess I'm one of the first world community kids, so y'all can see what happened to me. But you don't know what happened in between that time. But eventually, I got to the point where I started caring about my community the same way those people cared about me when I was at the First World Community Center and Civitan as a kid. I had a guy, I was in a car accident as a kid, 9 years old. 4 people in the car, my grandfather and 2 of his friends. I'm a survivor of that accident. The guy that stayed around the corner, Arthur Redeemer, had the opportunity, he wanted to tell me, he'd been wanting to tell me this for years, but he finally had the opportunity to tell me that he pulled me out of that car. And you can imagine emotions that I felt when he told me that. You know, I asked him, you know, did you see the other people in the car? He said, man, they was gone. You know, I said, that was my grandfather, and, you know, I'm really, it really tore me up a little bit knowing that this guy, born a child, used to be his brother, and I went to school together, and I never knew this. And he's like 4 years older than me, so he told me that, and it brought about all kind of emotions, and it made me think about some of the things that I do in the community by working with kids, and maybe that's one of the reasons why. Somebody pulled me out, so I'm trying to pull some other kids out too. So I thank God for the opportunity that I have, you know, to do that today and to serve on this city council and to be able to put money in community centers so we can help build a better city for Saginaw. Thank you.
Thank you. Next we have Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Good evening, concerned citizens of the community. Thank you for coming this cold evening, the 1st of December already, end of the year. Thanks to the Boys and Girls Club for updating us. It's always good to hear how the ARPA dollars turned out. We've had some of our other past recipients come to, and so it just helped us know that we're doing good and we did great things with that money. Like it was a blessing and a curse to it, and I came in at one of the hardest times, but I'm glad I did because I've learned a lot with these past 3 years. Sidewalks, pictures, thanks Melanie for keeping updates for us because sometimes we don't know. Sometimes citizens call us and, you know, make us aware we can't be everywhere at all times. So it does help when we have our citizens contact us. I know you guys know the beautiful Saginaw sign out there, but it does have a purpose on our community website. So if you ever want to go on there, it doesn't just look cool out there. It actually has a purpose, and you can pay your bill, you can look at property, you can report a concern on there, the road closure. So there's a lot of great things on there. Also, there's some surveys on there you could do that we appreciate the feedback, and they take about 5 minutes. There's a couple of them that I see on there that we need for our streets, and there was another one on there. So if you want to go on there and help us with that, because that reports any concerns or things, so that way when we get the funding and stuff, that we can make, you know, those decisions with higher up and let them know that this is what's going on in our city, and it really does help for the feedback. I always do all my extra coupon ones when I do my stuff because it does help and people don't realize it. Also, it was a busy holiday. Some of the council members, we were giving out turkeys on North Michigan at McDonald's. It was cold, but we were out there giving back to our community. We did the East Side Soup Kitchen and then the parade, of course. It wasn't as cold as the past years, but it was really nice. It turned out really great, and I'm happy to see all the people that came out and supported us. And Friday night was really busy. I didn't watch the fireworks because I was already too cold, but I mean, it was amazing to see both sides of the city down here really booming. People in line. I rode one of the little buses because I made it one way, and I'm like, forget it, I'm taking the bus. But it was really warm. It was a great time. I'm glad I went. And really quick, Santa's Elf second annual Christmas giveaway, 701 Hess Avenue, Saginaw, Michigan, this Saturday from 11 to 2. It's really nice at the church. They give each child a toy according to their age. They get to select one. So if you know anybody still that's in need, this Saturday, to make sure you go out. And then Friday also, Heart of the City is Saturday as well, I'm sorry, from noon to 2, that's 730 South 14th Street. Newborn to 16 years old, you get a box of groceries to each family. They're gonna have hot dogs and chips, and they're having raffles too. Giveaways such as TVs, gift cards, food, and meat boxes. At 12:20, the raffle stops. So if you know anybody, send them that way. Thank you.
Okay, so by the time it gets to me, everybody's been thanked. My public speakers You know, it's always good to hear. And I do believe people think that we everywhere. I wish I could be. As for the gentleman, Mr. Jell, I sympathize. Because when I shovel my snow, it never fails. However, I've learned how to adjust, but I'm not telling you to adjust. You know, I learned how to adjust. It has been a busy last 2 weeks. A multitude of things have happened, but the one good thing happened is that on two Fridays ago, was it one? Yeah, 2 Fridays ago, this city was lit up like a Christmas tree. This city, if nothing else, we represented the city of Saginaw. Me and Councilwoman Seals, we had the opportunity to sit in the lobby, which wasn't in the cold, but we sat in the lobby, and we gave our swag. I believe in showing people that we love our own city. So in order to show somebody, we got to talk better about our city. And talking better about our city, everybody that came through that door, that came to our table, got a little bitty mini candy cane, which meant a lot to them. That said, "Welcome, season's greeting from the city of Saginaw." They were totally amazed. Some people think we don't have class, but we got a lot of class in Saginaw. Okay, we got a lot of class. Mr. Thompson, you're on the same page that we're on. The committee that's working on the stuff that you were talking about does plan to do those types of things real soon. Okay? So I want everybody to understand, we hear you. We do hear you. But sometimes we can't move as fast as you want us to. And if you just give us a little bit of time, it's going to get better. The one thing I've learned is that the mouth will say anything, but behavior don't lie. And for anybody that knows me, if I say it, I'm going to do it. If I can't do it, I'll let you know I can't do it. The thing for me, Saginaw is my home. It is where I work, live, and play. And in order to make it better, I'm going to continue to do the things that I do to help make it better. This is not a threat to anybody, but anybody who don't want to see us move forward, you're crazy. Saginaw's on the upswing. Thank you so much, Madam Clerk.
Mayor, that takes us to reports from the manager.
Mr. Manager, you now have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So we do have our citywide meeting coming up. Our next City of Saginaw citywide meeting will be held on Wednesday, December 10th at 5:30 at the Saginaw Water Treatment Facility, 522 Ezra Russ Drive, right next door. Please join us to hear an update on the water tower project and to learn about the past, present, and future of the water treatment plant. The meeting will conclude with a brief tour of the facility's filter gallery. We'll also share additional updates on upcoming community programs and events. The main discussion topic for the evening will be the water treatment facility and the major projects currently underway, including the water tower project. And attendees will have that opportunity to tour the filter gallery firsthand. The Saginaw Water Treatment Division provides high-quality drinking water to thousands of city residents as well as 20 surrounding communities throughout Saginaw County and portions of Bay and Tuscola counties as well. We want our residents to stay informed about our current initiatives and to learn more about the history and operations of the important facility. So hopefully everybody can get a chance to attend. City Council voted to move forward in cooperation with the City County School Liaison Committee to develop a City of Saginaw Youth Council at our October 20th meeting. The schools have selected and appointed student representatives and held an organizing meeting. The kickoff meeting will be on December 15th and will include introductions, meet your mentor, mentee. If you recall, the goal is to have each student assigned to a council member. So you will have an opportunity to meet that if you're able to attend, meet that individual, and also a discussion of session topics and expectations. The planned speakers for the first meeting are Karen Lawrence Webster from the Saginaw County League of Women Voters and City Councilwoman Heidi Wiggins. So And you can see Councilwoman Wiggins or any member of the City-County School Liaison Committee to learn more about the organization. Pre-meeting work for the students will include Do You Know Your City, a form prepared by the League of Women Voters, and they'll have that ready at the first meeting. They have their schedule, so you should have an opportunity to get that. We have committed to have our department heads available for specific meetings, so I think they have that schedule all worked out. We've got that to our department heads, so looks like a great opportunity, and it sounds like they've got some good students appointed. And finally, we do have a guest this evening. The Region VII Area Agency on Aging provides various services to the community, including programs to help older adults remain independent, care management, Medicare planning, and various other services. Mayor Moore sits on the board, and we have Dinah Altum, who is our Chief Executive Director, here today to speak with council so that you can learn more about the organization.
Good evening, council members. Thank you for having me. You all received a blue packet. I'll go quickly through that at the end because there is an ask. Before that, though, I did want to come and introduce myself. You might wonder, why do we specifically need to know the CEO of Region VII Area Agency on Aging? We do some wonderful work together with your county, which of course affects your beautiful city. And so making sure that we build relationships and that all of you are aware of the breadth of services that we offer at Region 7 is very important because they are available to your city residents. And so let me start with this. Partnerships like ours bridge the gap, many gaps anyway, that are created by the social determinants of health, which we are all very aware of how they affect our residents, the clients we're taking care of, the people we know who need services, et cetera. Region 7 helps fund the following services for the city of Saginaw and Saginaw County. Congregate nutrition, home delivered meals, case coordination and support, caregiver case management, senior center operations and senior center staffing, adult daycare, and caregiver training. There are also several more services, more than I could name in the time here today, that are available to older adults and persons with disabilities who live in your city and are in need. And so I want to make sure that you know it's as simple as dialing 1-800-858-1637 and ask the question, whatever that question is, what help you need, what help they need, if you just have them call. So what happens often is someone will look at the brochure, they'll look at the website, and like, my need doesn't fit what they do. I encourage you to have them call because it is very likely that we have things that can, we have resources that can help them. For instance, it's not listed everywhere in our brochure, but we have a loan closet where we can loan durable medical equipment. And if we don't have what someone needs in there, we're going to work very hard to try to find that for them at no cost to them. And there's so much more. So again, if there is a need, you have an older adult, a person with disabilities, an adult with disabilities who has needs that you know they're struggling to get met, please have them call us. Another important part of our partnership is advocacy. Mayor Moore, of course, brings the city's needs to our attention at our board meetings and keeps us abreast of those needs, how we can help your older adults and persons with disabilities. We then take that and the information that comes from our other board members from our other 9 counties that we serve, in addition to Saginaw County, and we advocate. We advocate to keep the funding coming for those programs that I listed off, and there are some others that are available on different years, depending on what grants are available, that we can offer as well. We also have some emergency funding that we can offer. So some of the places that we advocate for services for older adults include, but are surely not limited to, the Michigan Commission on Services to the Aging, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, the ACLS, their Michigan Bureau of Aging, Community Living, and Supports. We also belong to a couple of very important statewide organizations that help advocate, and that is the PACE Association of Michigan and the Area Agency on Aging's Association of Michigan, also known as the 4AM. You'll see some advertising coming out soon for the 4AM. The purpose of that is basically what I'm doing here, but on a broader scale, to make sure people know, because the worst thing that I could hear as a leader is that my services are the best kept secret, right? And we get that a lot. I am very hopeful to change that. It should not be a secret. We don't want it to be. And there are more advocacy that we do as well. Contingency plan. We, through the recent government shutdown, there was a lot of fear, there still is to some degree, for certain programs, for certain funding sources, and there's a lot of unknowns. I want you to know that the services that we fund through Region 7, which helps what you fund with your millage, right? The services that we fund went without interruption because our contingency plan is solid, and we were able to keep those funds flowing, even though they were not flowing to us from the federal government. We were able to keep them flowing and keep services going without interruption. With that, I thank you for your partnership with our agency. Our ongoing collaboration ensures that older adults and persons with disabilities in your city and in your county will continue to have access to much needed services. I look forward to working with all of you. As I end, I'd like to say that in the packet I have an ask, and I hope this is appropriate, because the purpose is simply to help people in need. There are 5 cards. They look like this. They just say make a call. Just call us, ask us for what you need, let us tell them how we can help them. If you could hand that out to 5 people, I would be grateful. And I know that the person that's going to get the help will be as well. There's one of these. It's a flyer, but it has little tear-offs. If you could post this in one place that you go that has a billboard, a bulletin board that you can stick it up on. We have people who do this, but the influence and the reach that we all have, adding that to our outreach specialist and others who do that, can only amplify what we're doing. And with that, if you have any questions, my card is in your folder as well. And I greatly look forward to working with each one of you and learning more how I and Region 7 can serve the residents of your city.
Thank you. Do anyone have any questions? Because I want Dana to get away, thinking she got away easy. Does anybody have any questions?
I just have a comment. I worked at Region 7 for 3 years. I was an information and assistance specialist. Oh, okay. And I actually just collaborated with Jessica, our director here at the Commission on Aging, and I had a client, because I still do home visits as a social worker for Medicare, and she needed a shower bench, and you guys were able to get it from the loan closet, get it to Jessica, and Jessica brought it back to Saginaw for my client. So you guys are doing great work, and I always recommend you guys. So if you had any more of these, if I can get some to carry with me, because I service a lot of areas in Saginaw, Midland, and Bay City too, so I'm always passing information because, like I said, I worked there firsthand for 3 years, and you guys do great work. And so I'm nice to see a new director.
Thank you, and thank you very much for sharing that.
Yes, Councilman Brown.
Only question I have, what age is considered elderly for requirements for services?
That's a great question, and I wish I had one answer. Okay. It depends on the program. So what I'll say, it does depend on the program. Okay. Some of them start at 55, which I'm dangerously close to. So, you know. But 55 and some 60 and some 65. So it just depends on what service that they're looking for. But again, I say if they're 55 or older and not disabled, have them call us. If they're any age, 18 and older, and disabled and need help, have them call us.
All right, thank you.
Absolutely. Any other questions?
Any other questions?
He answered my question.
Why y'all shaking y'all heads? Y'all 18?
No, I'm afraid I qualified.
I thought you knew. I thought you knew that.
AP card. AP card coming.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that report, and Madam Mayor, that concludes the management update.
Do we have any questions for our city manager? Yes, Councilwoman.
Mr. Manager, whatever happened to the Ojibwe Island Committee that was tasked with the reopening of Ojibwe Island?
We are actually getting we have a list of potential projects that staff has, and we're probably finalizing those estimates right now. Once we wanted to wait until most of the fall work was done, or summer work was done for engineering, so we're getting that right now. Some of the projects we already added anyway, but we'll be able to get that back to the group so they can make, talk about it at the rest of council.
To continue with that question, so the next step is to take a list of projects aimed at opening Ojibwe, and that will come before council as a list of
Possibilities, yeah. It'll be a list of possibilities. I don't think there's a chance to necessarily fund all of these projects because it's a pretty extensive list, and some of the work probably would take several years to complete, but we can bring that list back to council, and whatever it's chosen to fund. We do have some funds left that were allocated previously because some of the bids came back less than anticipated, so there's some funds available still from that previous shore stabilization project that could be allocated, but I think with the amount of projects that we talked about, we won't be able to fund everything, so it'll have to be a point where council makes a decision on which ones to fund. And then I think as staff, as part of those projects from staff, we have some suggestions about ways to reopen.
Yeah. One more. Anybody else got any questions on this end?
I guess I'm out of the loop when you say project suggestions. So I mean, there was a committee that was formed to address the motion that was passed, I think, in March of this year about reopening and revitalizing Ojibwe. So are they all projects gearing towards those outlined goals, and when can we expect communication on that?
Yeah, they would go towards that goal. A lot of it's access improvement, pavement improvements, additional parking, things like that. And I know we got with engineering. I would expect it within the next few meetings. Phil's nodding, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Councilman Ostash.
Thanks, Mayor. I do have a question for the manager, but I do want to tag on to what the ask of Ojibwe Island, because Councilman Braddock and myself are a part of that committee. And one of the things you did miss too is that we are trying to safely reopen the island, so it's safe for everybody. And so that was kind of the list and some of the things that we had, and was it actually a focus, and also what I hear from the public. So it's open safely. And I know we don't have it now, but you did provide 911 call logs once before, but I know they're kind of hard to generate. I've asked for them, but if anybody wants to talk to me about that, we can talk about it after. But I do want to ask a comment and a question for the manager. The comment is, City Hall and the water treatment plant looked fantastic. Mayor talked about the lighting ceremony. What I noticed is the trees and stuff that were taken out up front, and we just cleaned it up. You could actually, it created depth, and everybody was talking about that too. So thank you to all that were involved to make all of this happen. And the question I have is a couple council meetings ago, we created a program to waive fees for water and penalties while SNAP was not active. And so SNAP is now active again. So did we keep any numbers on that? How successful was our program?
It's still ongoing, so it'll
Still
be
ongoing?
through December. Yeah,
That's right, it's
because-
got to go through another cycle.
Let it
Okay,
go
thank
through
you,
another way.
thank you. So I'm a little premature on the ask, thanks. That's it.
Any other questions?
I just wanted to let the councilman know that I'm on that committee too, and a
Oh, I'm sorry.
participating member of that committee too.
But Mike, don't
I
feel
think I
right.
forgot you the last time.
Don't feel rain down. I'm on the committee and I,
So all four of us are on the committee.
Yeah. Okay. Participating member of the committee.
I want to be on it.
well, let me say this to Councilwoman Hammond. We are actually, last year, there's a lot of work being done. So that's one reason why I didn't really open up. And we've talked about it. Councilman Braddock, we've suggested days that we would bring back, that we could open it up. We just got to get the manpower to help. And we've got citizens who stepped up, who said that they'll come out and they'll help, so that we can. We don't want a lot. We don't want any danger. And so we want to make it safe. So when families go out on Sunday, and that was something that Councilman Balls, because that's how he met his wife, and that's how.
Wait, open it back up, you can drop me off.
That's how he met his wife. And so, and same thing with Councilman Brown, he said he loved going out there with his grandchildren playing. And so we really were trying to get it open, but because of all of the work that was being done, he can attest that we're not sitting on it. We're just waiting to see what stuff is gonna get done. We know that a lot of stuff got done because we were rushed, but it still looked good when we opened up for the 4th of July. But we wanted to make sure it was open for that. So, I mean, we are moving. Maybe not as fast as everybody would like us to, but we are trying to do something to get it open back up. Am I right or wrong, team members?
You're right.
Mr. Manager, any other questions from Mr. Manager?
On to the consent agenda.
The consent agenda has been available on the city webpage and on the city webpage. I need a motion to approve the consent agenda, leaving room for exceptions.
Moved.
It's been moved and supported. Do we have any exceptions? Okay. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Madam Clerk,
On to board, commission, and committee reports.
do we have any reports from anyone who attended any meeting that concerned the city and the community? Madam Clerk,
How about appointment of board, commission, and committee members?
I need a motion to approve 1 and 4, leaving room for exceptions.
I have an exception. Number 1.
Okay. Any other exceptions? Huh?
You don't have a motion and a second to approve the other 3.
Oh, that's right.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in support. Now, do we have any exceptions?
1.
Any other exceptions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Madam Clerk, number 1.
Number 1 is the city manager reappointment of John Milne to the Brownfield Redevelopment Authority with a term to expire December 31st, 2028. That was Councilmember Balls.
Yes. You know, this particular person came to the city council meeting after we was having some issues with the skate park. And the comments he made was not appropriate for a member to be on any type of committee, I think, representing this city. For him to come here and to speak the way he spoke to those people who had permission from the city, had money to paint their skate park, and for the skate park to be taped off with no one so they can do their work, and somebody, one of those persons hit an elderly person in the head with a skateboard, and for him to come here and make those statements that he's made like they was doing something wrong is really appalling to me. And I just don't think that anybody that acts that way towards this city and the members that's doing good work should be appointed to another committee. That's just how I feel. because that could have turned into a really volatile situation with the people that was out there, because it got to be a little racist. And I don't want stuff like that happen in our city. And I don't want anybody that's want to put fuel to the fire by the comments that he made when he came here and said that, because it could turn into something that I think that would have been right for our community. So I would like a motion to not appoint Mr. John Mims to this Brownfield Authority.
There's a motion on the floor. Do I have a second?
Mayor, the motion would be to approve. You always word a motion in the positive, and then if you want to decline the reappointment, you vote it down.
So my motion would be to decline.
Your motion would be to approve. There needs to be a second before anybody else can discuss, but then if you want to decline the reappointment, you do it via the vote. So not via the motion. You would vote nay on the motion.
Okay.
So is there a motion to approve that you can continue your discussion?
So we have a motion to approve.
Right.
We have a motion to approve what we got on the table.
Is there a motion to approve? You don't
Is there a
have one
motion
yet.
to approve?
So are you saying we need to take one at a time then?
You approved the other three already, so it's just this one
Okay.
right now.
Okay. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the first three. I mean, the second three, 2, 3, and 4.
You already did that. We're only dealing with number
All right.
one.
Thank you.
So is there a motion, so you can continue discussion on the approval of number one?
Do we have a motion to?
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
So I want to discuss some more, because you.
After we approve these three, then we can discuss it.
We got all of that.
Then we can discuss it.
We did all of that. Correct us if we're wrong.
So you approved 2 through 3 already. You took your
Right.
vote on that. Number one was the exception.
And so that's the one we're voting on.
Correct, but you need a motion before you can do any
Motion to
voting.
approve.
Thank you.
Second.
It's been moved in second discussion.
I said everything I want to discuss.
Yes, Councilman.
Yeah, I think that was one of the first things when I became a council member I spoke about, because that particular individual has said that if that organization had went through an existing organization, that probably wouldn't have happened. And that bothered me, because it's like, almost like a gatekeeper. You know, you're not free to express how you feel artistically in the community unless you go through another organization. And I didn't appreciate that comment that was made by that individual as well.
Hold on 1 minute. Any other comments on this side?
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, my interpretation was slightly different, and I hear what they're saying, and I do appreciate their insight. I guess I heard it a little differently. I guess my interpretation was him saying that that normally cities use a different type of entity. They use an entity that more formalized, not a freelancing type entity like I guess we use more of a freelancing type entity or organization, and we should have used a more formalized entity. I guess that's my interpretation of what he was saying. And so I didn't take it as anything really negative. I guess I didn't see it as anything negative that he's saying. And I'm trying to go back to process now, what exactly did he say? And I didn't hear. I'm not for sure if I heard anything negative from what he said. I don't. I'm sorry. I didn't hear. I didn't take that as a negative thing. Sorry.
Anyone else? Hold on a minute. Yes, Councilwoman.
I guess I do remember the comments that were made, and I actually did make a comment about his comments. And it did seem a little one-sided, like the permits were given, the permissions were given, the okay was given, and then it was still stated, well, if they'd just gone through this organization, it would have been better. But we have people in this community who want to do great things, and it's not just one alley. And that's the beauty of this community. We have a lot of branches and a lot of ways to do great things. So I think the limited thought process behind some of those comments, it gives me pause to appoint him.
Anyone else?
Yeah,
Yes.
I just want to, thank you for adding that extra information because they are not freelance. So I just wanted to address that statement to be attached to artists that are accredited and were sanctioned by the city. That's not freelance. So I just wanted to correct that.
Any other discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed?
Nay.
Roll call vote.
Councilmember Young.
Nay.
Councilmember Seals.
Aye.
Councilmember Balls.
Nay.
Mayor Pro Tem Garcia.
Aye.
Councilmember Ostache.
Aye.
Councilmember Braddock.
Nay.
Councilmember Wiggins.
Nay.
Councilmember Hammond.
Nay.
And Mayor Moore.
Aye.
I'm sorry.
Aye. Yes.
You have 4 yes and 5 no. That motion is denied.
Madam Clerk.
On to resolutions. Our first on the agenda is the appointment of Travis Hare as trustee and Ronald Rangel as alternate trustee to the Saginaw Area Stormwater Authority Board of Trustees.
I need a motion to adopt.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Madam Clerk.
Our second resolution is approving the City of Saginaw's annual apportionment of $8,981 for the Saginaw Area Stormwater Authority budget for fiscal year 2026.
I need a motion to adopt.
So moved.
It's been moved and supported. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay. Madam Clerk.
Takes you to miscellaneous business.
Do we have any miscellaneous business that we need to handle tonight? Hearing none, I need a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, nay.